In this video, I'm continuing work on the guitar internal bracing. Building a tenor guitar, part 15 at randallprice.com. In the last video, I traced out the location of the guitar bracing on the back of the guitar top and on the guitar back. I also rough cut out all of the bracing material from the brace stock. I'm going to start by cutting the bracing material for the guitar back to length, and to do that I have the bracing pattern laid out on the back. I'll just transfer those measurements directly from the pattern on the back to the bracing material and cut that out. So I'll cut those to length, and then I will do some rough profiling on the bracing before I glue it on. The shaping of the back bracing is pretty simple. This is a cross section of the back bracing, and you can see it just has a simple round over on the bracing, straight sides, and then the end of the braces have just a straight taper down to maybe a 32nd of an inch. So I'll mark out this taper on the ends of each brace and cut that taper, and then I'll round over that profile on the braces. Probably can't see it from there, but these tapers on these back braces didn't go clear down to a point. There was, like I said, there was maybe something like a 32nd of an inch thickness left on the end. It's just about the thickness of my ruler, so I just used my ruler to mark that depth, and then I measured back from the end of the brace to the top of the taper. On this top brace it happens to be about 2.5 inches, and I made a mark at 2.5 inches. So I just connect those two points. There's the taper that I need to make. Once I get all my braces shaped, I'm going to have to figure out a way to glue them on the back, and specifically to clamp them to the back until the glue dries. And I really don't have any clamps that are deep enough to reach clear into the center of the back and clamp those adequately. And certainly once I get to the top of the guitar, you know, the bracing pattern is a little more complicated. I don't have clamps that are going to work for that. So what I need to use is a go-bar deck. And a go-bar deck is nothing more than two parallel surfaces held apart by, in this case, threaded rods, and it's used as a clamping device when building guitars. The clamping pressure is created by flexible rods or wooden strips. And these rods or strips are slightly longer than the distance between the two parallel surfaces. And when this rod or strip is flexed and placed on top of the object which you want to clamp, it exerts a downward clamping pressure on that object. Although a go-bar deck is pretty simple to build, looking around I didn't really have the materials to build one, so I've been trying to decide what to do, whether to go out and buy those materials or buy some clamps. But I was looking around my shop, and lo and behold, I spotted this old TV cabinet that I had. And when we bought a new TV, I saved this cabinet with the idea of building a storage cabinet or a tool cabinet out of it. I couldn't quite part with it. I didn't want to throw it away. So actually it will make a pretty good go-bar deck. So there it is. I turned it around backwards so you can get a better view of it. And the way a go-bar deck works is you lay what you want to clamp in there. I take my go bars that I made, which are any kind of flexible rod. What I did is take some just wood laths, and I cut them up into thirds, so they're about 1/4 inch thick by 1/2 inch wide. And they just are flexed and put in place. And it actually gives you a lot of clamping pressure, not only out on the edges, but anywhere you would like to clamp. So this is very tight. That won't move, and that's going to be the way that I'm going to glue all the braces onto the top and the back. I got all those tapers marked on the braces, and I'll just rough cut close to the line on the bandsaw. I'll bring the tapers down to the line and round the braces over on the belt sander. So I'll do the other 3 pieces the same way. It's kind of a rough shaping. Once I glue it in place, I'll do some finish sanding and maybe a little chisel and plane work if I need to. I have the bracing shaped and ready to glue on the back, and I'm going to use this little thin strips of walnut that I have as a caul to go on the back of these braces. The edge of these go bars are kind of sharp, and they will dent that spruce, so I'll just put these down as a guard against denting the backs of those spruce braces. So I'll just take this over to my bench, apply some glue to the back of the braces, and put them in place. one. I'm just holding them in place for just a minute so they'll kind of adhere in place and not have such a tendency to slide around when I put the go bars in place. So that's the glue up. I used about 14 go bars on that. You can imagine if you're trying to use clamps to do that, what a chore it would be. There's a little bit closer view of the glue up. Once that's dry, I'll take it out and clean up the glue along the edges of the braces and start on the top.
For woodworking plans, tips, and techniques, visit randallprice.com.